Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Dr. Stephen Cabral, board-certified doctor of naturopathy, founder of the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. Excited to share with you today's topic, and that is why so many personal trainers are adding health coaching to their list of services. Not only is it amazing for their own career, their educational trajectory and continued education, but also helping so many people around the world to a far greater degree. And the reason is when you already have clients and you can help them in more areas of their life, they become grateful to you as not only their personal trainer, but their health guide, sharing with them proper nutrition and sleep-based protocols, food-based plans, food sensitivities to stay away from, functional medicine detoxes, working on their mindset, nutritional supplement-based protocols, and so much more. So a really great personal trainer will usually say, okay, I've risen to a certain point in my career, and now I want to be able to provide more, give more to the world, give more to my clients, more to my community. And of course, when you give more, you're typically rewarded with more as well. It is the law of reciprocity. The more you can give, the more you can receive. What I want to share with you here today, because I went through my own trajectory with this as well. And although my story might be somewhat unique, it really isn't. It's I think the story of one of the best industries and fields in the entire world, and that's personal training. When I was an undergrad in college, I became a certified nutritionist and certified personal trainer the same year. And I began to work with clients part-time. Now, in the very beginning, I don't think any personal trainer should just say, oh, I'm going to get a dozen different certifications. You want to get one to be able to get into the game. So with me, I started with the American Council of Exercise when I was 18 years old. I worked in gyms when I was 17, cleaned equipment, got a free membership, and I knew that I wanted to become a personal trainer. I kind of looked up to the other personal trainers in the gym saying, wow, it'd be pretty cool if I got to do that with clients as well. I went through my own health struggles, my own journey there, and being a personal trainer and being able to transform the outside of my body and help others to do the same, even if I couldn't fix my own internal health. Well, that's what I was absolutely interested in when I was 18 years old. And so all through undergrad, I had a great part-time job as a personal trainer. I would work on my Christmas break as well from school. And then I had two jobs during the summer. And that job at night was actually as a personal trainer as well. Loved it and still love it, of course, to this day. But here's what I've really wanted to share with you is that first, you become a personal trainer and you get whatever certification that gets you in the game. And then after that, you up-level your personal trainer game, your certification. So I went from an ACE certified personal trainer, then to the National Academy of Sports Medicine back in 2000 or 2001, then to the National Strength and Conditioning Association, and became a CSCS, Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist. I was an ACSM member, American Sports What is that? ACSM, American College of Sports Medicine. And so those were a lot of the biggest ones. And then I started to just get more and more certifications, essentially over the next 5-6 years or so. And what it allowed me to do is master the personal training programming and help my clients to that degree. So I do recommend first, get in the game. Second, become great at your craft. But then after that, you may say, well, what other certifications do I really want to get? How else can I help my clients? And instead of helping them linearly, like on a straight line, you can start to go on an upward trajectory with your clients, meaning that you can provide them with great exercise programs, probably know a little bit about nutrition, and maybe a little bit about lifestyle. But what if you can help them in more areas of their life? Because you know that the majority of people who come to you as a personal trainer are trying to transform their body, lose 10, 20, 30 plus pounds. You know, as I'm doing this in air quotes, shape up, right? Shape up their muscles, right? Get a little bit leaner, have their stomach flatten out a little bit. That's what a lot of people are really looking for, right? They want a body transformation. Now, sometimes, yes, you'll get athletes, you'll get all sorts of different people looking for flexibility, pliability. You might be a movement-based specialist as well, which is becoming more popular, working on their posture, pain, all of those things are great. Typically, as personal trainers, people come in with their wants, right, and their needs, but we also add in what we believe they need as well. So they have weak posterior chain. They need to be working on their glutes and hamstrings, open up their hip flexors, work on their core base strength, begin to work on greater shoulder stability, not just big, maybe movements where they can compensate in. So we know these things. But then I think as trainers, we want to be able to say, what else can I help my client with? Personalizing their nutrition, personalizing their supplementation, getting deeper into sleep-based protocols, showing them their food sensitivities, working with them on healthy hormone levels with natural-based protocols. That takes you to the next level, not only in their eyes, but here's what else is going to happen. They now brag about you to all of their friends. Because one, they're going to get in better shape. The more they know, the more they can do, the more they can implement, the better shape they're going to get, right? Their friends ask, what have you been doing? What's new? Oh, my personal trainer had me do a functional medicine detox. Then they had me eliminate my high food sensitivities. Then they helped me clean up my gut health, my gut function. Now I'm optimizing my hormones and my sleep, right? I feel better, I look better, and people take notice. So you then get great, more referrals. That's the truth, right? So my opinion is that however you can better help your clients also better serves you in your career. It's just like they go hand in hand. If you can provide value to other humans, they will provide value to you. And if it's your job, that's usually in a monetary-based method, or it's also in success stories. Like there's nothing more that I love than actually seeing a client transform. I can see it. I can see it in their body, of course, right? On the scale, those types of things. Okay, fine. Body calipers, body fat calipers. But really, I can see it in their face. They light up. They've got a smile. They've got a little bit different swagger when they walk into the gym or your studio. Those are things that I love to see. So from 17 years old, we'll say when I first joined the gym, I got injured. I got all my health-based issues at that time. I joined a gym, and it was actually pretty phenomenal. I loved it. It was my new outlet. To be honest with you, it's the one place I could go, feel better for a few minutes at a time because I was artificially pushing up my cortisol levels. But that's a story for another day. And I did that all the way through essentially my 20s, and then I moved into the natural health-based realm. And for most people, I don't recommend going my route. I became a doctor of naturopathy, which was the right methodology for me. It was what I wanted to do. It was right for me. It was fulfilling a calling that I had. But to be honest with you, and what I've now helped to, and very fortunate to be able to train and certify over 5,000 other health coaches. It's the way to go. It really is. You don't need to spend 4 years, 2,000 plus hours in internships to get your doctorate degree when you can keep doing what you're doing, earning an income, become certified as a health coach, and then add that onto your practice. And if helping your clients alone is not enough, and obviously that benefiting your business, I want to share with you something else that I think is truly important. And I never saw this day coming. I owned 2 locations in Boston, Massachusetts. We did well over 250,000 client appointments. I had a 790 square foot studio or so, about 500 square foot fitness floor. We did over 1,000 one-on-one appointments a month there. My functional medicine center, we did about 1,000 appointments a month there. And so, I've been in it. I get it. I love it. It's a lot of fun. That's the truth. But I never expected 2020, 2021 or so during the pandemic, them to destroy almost the entire health and fitness industry. Closing gyms, closing wellness centers, closing personal training studios, closing all yoga, all of these different things. All of those promote health, yet all of those were closed down. And you or I could do nothing about it. And they put an industry almost entirely out of business, decimated big gyms and small businesses as well. But here's what you could do. And I was just fortunate. That's the truth. I was fortunate. I don't know that I could say I had a crystal ball, except that since 2012, we had been doing virtual one-on-one video consultations with people. And by the time 2019 came around, we were actually doing more one-on-one video calls than we were doing in-person appointments. And we had a 6-month waiting list. We had all of this, which was amazing. But people from around the world thanks to social media and the internet, were finding out about our practice, and we were able to work with them. And we could do it right from home. So there was no overhead. There was no crazy Boston landlords like I had. There was no government or city officials telling us when we could open, when we couldn't. There was none of those unknowns. We didn't have any of the restrictions that sometimes are forced upon us, even if we don't necessarily believe in it. Well, if we don't comply, what do? Like they did with gyms across the US, shut off your water, shut off your power, right? So you need to work out in the dark like some people are doing. Or if you still don't obey, they may arrest you, which again, this is your livelihood. You may have a family. You're trying to pay your own rent, right? And then this happens. Now, again, I'm not saying you should ever do anything to put yourself at harm or any others. I'm not saying that. But the truth is the truth. This happened. And so by having another service that is virtual would enable you to not just do one-on-one personal training, which is amazing over video. We did that as well, okay? But what it would allow you to do is offer other services. And you could, what we call, just diversify your offerings. So I'm not a big financial guy. That's not my forte by any means. But there are a lot of investors who diversify their investment portfolio. They own stocks, they own bonds, they own real estate, they own maybe companies, they own all sorts of different things. That's not really my world. But what we can look at as entrepreneurs, and even if you're working in a gym or studio, you can look at, hey, if this one thing ever got shut off because I broke my leg or the whole world collapsed like it did a few years ago, or that there were certain restrictions, or the landlords stopped allowing me to do this, that, or the other thing, or, God forbid, the client above you, tenant above you floods your location. Okay, here's what else I can do. And that to me is just peace of mind. That's also why I liked it. And I don't know that I had any foresight, except that I saw this catching on. And also I wanted to be able to work with people everywhere, not just in Boston, Massachusetts, or more specifically, the Back Bay of Massachusetts and the South End of Boston, Massachusetts. So that is always what I've taught then to our 5,000 practitioners inside of IHP. Yes, you can have an in-person practice because it's amazing getting to see people in practice, but also add a virtual component. There are over 3 billion people in the world now with internet. And I'm not saying all 3 billion are your clients, but how many more do you really need? About 20. You need about 20 clients, health coaching clients, to double your income for the average personal trainer, to literally double it. And so you're looking at no more than 1 appointment per day. It's just different than personal training. And that's because the packages are a little bit larger. You're typically bundling in services, and there's virtually almost no overhead. So for you to do these appointments doesn't cost you more gym time, utilities, rent, etc. You need a computer and you need internet. That's it. If you have a computer and you have internet, you're now in the game. And we have lots of other podcasts that teach you how to develop your niche, right? It's great to have a niche in personal training. Get educated, really, again, master personal training, develop a niche, get known in that particular area, diversify, become a health coach, or add health coaching. I actually recommend, don't start personal training. If you got into personal training because you love it, do what you love. But now, imagine being able to say to your 15 clients or however many personal training clients you have, would you be interested in finding out your food sensitivities so we can better harmonize and detail your nutrition plan? Of course they would. Would you like to see your hormone levels with a simple at-home lab test? No blood work, little saliva, little blood spot from the finger. That's it, no blood draws. Of course they would. Do you want to find out your gut health? Do you want to look at your omega-6 levels, inflammatory levels to omega-3s? Of course they would. Do you want to see if you have any heavy metals in your body like aluminum or mercury or lead or cadmium or arsenic? Yeah, I think that they would. They're starting to hear more about those things. Here's the other great thing. You do it with them. Yes, you get referrals from all of their friends, but the other thing is they start to send in their kids. Now their kids are working with you, not in personal training, but their own health. Right? So now you start to work with more people connected to your current clients. you get them results, word continues to spread. It is an amazing way to do business. People telling other people because you help them to get great results. That's exactly what we are all about at the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. If we can help you on this journey, we would love to. To get started, I would simply download a free brochure. That's it, no obligations. A no obligations call with one of our graduates, IHP graduates, just to find out if health coaching might be the right route for you. So for more information, simply go to integrativehealthpractitioner.org. We will link you up there with any information that you may need. And again, we would love to welcome you into this thriving IHP community. Take care, everybody. We look forward to speaking with you soon.